this book is all about linking what's on your inside to your outside. I've been the mean girl, I've been the awkward girl, and both of them were very uncomfortable in their own skin, and it's really what getting it together is all about, is just making sure that you're very solid in who you are, and that your outsides reflect who you are on the inside.
It seems like you always had it together, though.
No,
clearly.
no. Read the book. No, I'm telling you. No.
On the outside, you look like someone who really has it all together, and I think other girls admire you, but you really went through tough times.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Well, you were making it sound like I didn't know her.
Ashley Rickards.
Yeah.
No, I think we've all been through our own trials and tribulations, and I've definitely had my ups and my downs, and I found something that worked for me, and this is really it's a very customizable, interactive system with tips and tricks that I use, and like I was telling you earlier, sometimes need to reread.
Let me take it back, though. This is what I was impressed with, because I read the first 5 pages of the book, and then after that it was all for girls.
He couldn't deal with the tips and tricks.
Yeah. You describe yourself, let's say you're 13 years old, 12 years old, 11 years old. You are the nerd in school.
Yes.
You are being bullied. You are the outsider, the strange one with interests that don't fit in with the mainstream of the mean girls.
Yeah.
You learn to deal with it in a bad way because you became a mean girl.
I did.
And that's the point of this, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't just change your outsides and expect to feel better on the inside. No lasting change, no transformation or quote unquote betterment is going to work unless it comes from a very real, honest place. And all of my prior efforts at trying to be cooler or trying to be funnier or trying to be this or trying to be that never stemmed from the inside, that was the problem.
And it's been a process. I mean, it's not something girls can expect to happen overnight. It takes a lot of work.
It is. It's hard to really love yourself enough to make some of the more challenging decisions, whether that's working out every day and trust me, I have to say that to myself. I'm like, I love myself enough to work out. I'm gonna go do it.
I try that. It doesn't work. I also love myself enough to go home and take a nap.
Well,
but yes. Even after you came out here very young and you got a career, you got a really good career. You really showed them back home. And one day you look in the mirror and you realize it's not there yet.
Yeah.
It's artificial. It's all on the surface.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the awakenings. I'll sort of refer to it as the girl in the mirror, where I didn't know who I was looking at, and that was an interesting awakening because here I was, Ashley, the kind of chunky girl from Sarasota, Florida, who is now an actress out here in LA, and still felt like the same person as before. The mirror might have looked different, but that's still who I saw and who I felt like.